Okay, as promised, everybody's asking about the truck. It's just an old, not beat up, it's in pretty good shape. Cool story behind the truck. I'll keep it till I die, and I told my kids if they sell it after I'm dead, that I will haunt them until they are dead. So hopefully it'll be around forever. I love the thing. It's what got me started, but let's get you spun around here and check this thing out. So this is my 2000 International 4700. It's got the much desired DT466 in it. Great truck, no blow by, starts every time, does not hesitate, doesn't matter the temperature, the weather, it don't care. So this truck started out as a 218-inch wheelbase truck. So this truck started out its life in 2000 as a box truck. Somewhere along the lines between the year 2000 and roughly 4 years ago, I think, the guy who acquired it chopped it off. So it was 9'6" from back of cab to the end of the frame, which would have been right here. Okay. The frame, or the spring shackle, was at the end of the frame. So it ended about here, back of the spring shackle was here, tires were like right there. Super short, rode like complete shit. It didn't matter how heavy you loaded it, it didn't matter. I mean, you could literally put a Kobelco 210 on the back end and it would still ride like shit. But it turned on a dime. I could literally bring it in this 40x60 shop, spin it around and drive it back out the door. For that, it was awesome. But like I said, it rode like crap. So I bought it about a year and a half ago. I went down to Alabama to buy a different truck. It was a 2000 International 4700 with a flatbed on it. Had Allison in it, same motor, same year, same color. And guy wanted like 12.5 for it, I think is what he wanted. And I drove down there and looked at it, and it was a great truck. It was worth 12.5. But he had mentioned that he had had a bunch of these trucks when I had talked to him the first time. So I'm like, well, while I'm here, I might as well look at these other ones.
No, we did this wrong.
In a minute, bud. So we're walking around, and we go in his shop, and I see this thing. Now, at the time, it had rusty, ugly wheels. It was chopped off, had no flatbed on it. It was just cab and part of a chassis, had a makeshift hitch on the back. I'm like, what do you got to have for that truck? He says, well, probably $7,000 would take it, but he goes, it's not for sale. I'm like, well, why not? You just gave me a number. It must be for sale. He's like, well, a buddy of mine had owned it. He had worked for International. He had been, I might be a little off on the story, but this is the gist of it. He had been diagnosed with cancer. It was terminal. He passed. His wife needed, to recoup some funds. It was unexpected for funeral costs. So he bought this truck off of her and basically said he would, keep it. And I looked at him and said, listen, I'm already in love with the thing. I'll keep it until the end of time and beyond. I promise you. And we went back and forth, and I ended up buying it, obviously. I paid $6,500 or $6,600 for this truck. Drove it home from Alabama with no bed, no nothing, at 9'6" long from the back of the cab. The most miserable truck ride I've ever had in my entire life. Nonetheless, I brought it home. I worked the snot out of it. First week I used it, the hitch broke off the back. So I actually had a local guy in Muddy Pond build me that big heavy hitch. So that never broke again. And then over time I added the caps, sandblasted, or actually I didn't sandblast them. I sanded them, painted them, we tinted the glass. The truck was in great shape. I didn't do anything to it inside. It already had a brand new seat, brand new floor liner, brand new pieces, brand new dash pieces, brand new pieces up there. The guy took really good care of it, kept it really nice. It has the 6 Plus, so it's a straight 7-speed in it. Awesome truck. Super clean, runs like a top. So I got started with it and did some things to it. And then I started the storm shelter business back at the beginning of the year. And this just wasn't going to cut it because I don't know if many of you know this, but I cover the entire state of Tennessee, almost all of Kentucky. I mean, I'll sell anywhere up there. And this is just not feasible to drive around. So I bought that truck. So that's what replaced this one. So then this one just kind of sat around. I still used it to haul my dump trailer and stuff because I love the truck. Then I got this bright idea to turn it into a concrete truck. So in order to do that, obviously the concrete mixer is 11'4", plus there's 3 foot there in a little wiggle room. That wasn't gonna fit on the old chassis. So we actually chopped the frame, did a Z-notch. The frame rail from there to the end is brand new frame rail out of a Mack road tractor. Had a custom drive line built. That is all brand new parts, yokes, U-joints, carriers, the whole deal. They did not come like this from the factory. This is all a different setup. My drive shaft guy, been doing it forever. He said, I will build you an indestructible drive shaft. And I said, perfect, because that's what I want. Fenders, that was a big problem. Couldn't mount the fenders to the damn frame like you're supposed to. So I ended up mounting them to the mixer, which isn't exactly ideal, but it did work. Turned out pretty good. So now the truck is 14 feet from back of the cab to there. And it is now, so we added 5 feet to the frame and we added 3 feet to the wheelbase, and it worked absolutely perfect. If you can see, everything is perfect. It steers, drives, everything is perfect. The only thing I don't like about this truck is it does not have a locker in the rear end, which when it was short, absolutely helpless. If you spit on the grass, you were stuck. The other day I delivered a load of concrete to a farm here in Muddy Pond, and I had to drive through their pasture, and it was pig slop. I actually ripped my mud flaps off. That's why they're all like this now. I just redid them and made hooks so I could hook them up. Now that it's stretched and got all that drum on it, I had no problems. I did not get stuck. But if I could ever find a locker for it, I will 100% do it. But sorry, kind of dragged this one out. I love this truck. This thing is awesome. I will never get rid of it. I want to do something about this bumper, just haven't yet, but it's just a good, clean 25-year-old truck, almost 26. So she's a beast, and she probably won't be a concrete truck forever. If this keeps going the way it's going and I get busier and busier, I will likely put that on a better truck. Like, not that there's anything wrong with this one. It's just, it's not a truck you want to drive on the road all the time with a straight 7-speed in it. Let's just put it that way. And then this truck will probably end up with a flatbed on it, and she'll be on to her 4th life. But for now, she's a concrete truck. She does good at it. And yeah, that's it.